Otherwise, we move on to the next, which is leaf mode, which I assume is a way of... Okay, so we've got certain stuff being picked up in our inventory and moving stuff, so it's supposed to be like a skill tree sort of thing, or just branching off other stuff, presentation-wise? I have really no idea. We'll just clear our inventory after getting all this stuff, because we don't really need it now. So just go leaf mode. I guess is that we've got an egg. We've got access to all our slots apparently, which is interesting. Well, hotbar slots. If we get some planks, the egg. Okay, so it's in terms of like, I guess, the things you would interact with, maybe? So it's like, you first got an egg, you got oak planks, you got all this other stuff. And I crashed the game. So that's good to know. I guess this is kind of just like presenting it of like what you got at a certain point in time. In a way, I don't know why, but there's that. Sort of just a different view of your inventory, I guess. No idea why. Otherwise, can't really tell unless we actually go into the mod to show the rest, so I don't have anything else to really say here until it's loaded up. There we go. That's interesting, even though I'm pretty sure I'm using the latest as well. Wrong one. Here we go. Just checking configs before. Oops, sorry, version 1.1.0. Okay, so maybe just go into super flat world and then yeah, do that just in case it crashes again. It's probably not going to, but just for the sake of things that can happen. Okay, so we've next got, after leaf mode, which can duplicate items, delete items, we've got root mode, which I'm assuming can do pretty much the same. So make it with iron and a tree sapling. And then root mode, I assume is supposed to have some difference. So just put some things in. Saplings apparently crash the game, which is good to know. So yeah, maybe you have to avoid trees or leaves or something like that. But otherwise it's just sort of presenting things in such a way, like a tree or branches or roots or something, with connections to what your next thing was that you picked up or so, and anything that's a duplicate it deletes, I guess. Either way, we'll move on to the other stuff obviously, because that's more so what we need to look at than just having it crash on things that we've covered. Alrighty, so yeah, we'll try again. So I don't really want to have to create another world. Now. Hope I don't need to. And it should be able to overcome it, I assume. Okay, so just in case we can get out of our inventory and not maybe have a crash otherwise. I've got Q array, which you can make with array and Q, which obviously like so, like so. There's two of them. And pretty much I assume this is just for having things queue, but still giving you access to all your slots still. It's just that obviously everything's bound that way. So yeah, you can shift between them, but in terms of what you'll have access to, everything will be in a queue-like presented way. So that's interesting. So obviously we can place all the blocks we have here, and then once this is done, the next one will go down, and the next one, and such and such. But if you just move it out like that, it's not really going to place it, going to give you the next one that you see. So we do that, then it'll shift it down. Yeah, it'll shift it down, which is probably what you want to do. Again, the mod's more survival suited, so yeah, you probably won't encounter this that much. And placing things isn't too bad either with whatever else you have on you, like that it seems. Alright, so we'll move on to the next one, which we're getting attacked by slimes, because that's always great. And super flats, we've got stack array, which is pretty much like Q array, but obviously has its differences, I assume, with stacks of items and such. I'm not sure. You've got Q stack array, which is pretty much a combination of Q and stack, but then with it. So there's that. So not probably much to cover there, other than what we've already tried to work out prior, but with array included. Got array hash table, which is pretty much just hash table, but with more slots, I guess. Access to all slots and such. So yeah, it'll pretty much just put things in random positions and such, as we are aware. Then we go to the next one, which is Q hash table, stack hash table, and the other. So we're getting pretty much a lot of the same here, it seems. We're getting, okay, so fewer slots with Q hash table, I assume, compared to the 7 you would get typically from hash table. Let's see what else we've got here. What other amounts of things? Okay. So that's slot 6 itself then. You've got the stack one, and you've got that there. So that's pretty much just swapping between them. So it's just mixing certain elements from this point onwards. Thanks so much for watching though, and goodbye.